Okay, let's have a look at this question now. A particle of mass 100 grams is moving with simple harmonic motion. Okay, let's just draw that there. There's the equilibrium. So that the speeds are 3 and 4 when it's 2 and 1.5 from the center of motion. So we'll draw it here and here. Its speed here is 4 meters per second, and here's 3 meters per second. And this distance is 1.5 meters, obviously, and this distance here is 2 meters, obviously. And we're looking for the amplitude, which we don't actually know. It's going to be bigger than 2. Okay, so what we can say is, we can say that V, we can use this formula, V equals omega square root a squared minus x squared. So we can make the equation 4 equals omega root a squared minus 1.5 squared. So that's using the 4. We don't know the omega, we don't know the a, and we know that that's at 1.5. And also we can say that 3 equals omega root a squared minus 2 squared. Dividing these equations, I can get 4 over 3 equals root a squared minus 1.5 squared over a squared minus 2 squared. Squaring this equation, I can get 16 over 9 equals a squared minus 1.5 squared over a squared minus 2 squared. Cross multiplying, I can get 16 a squared minus 2 squared equals 9 a squared minus 1.5 squared. So I have 16a squared minus 9a squared is 7a squared equals 9. Actually, I'll say 16 by 2 squared minus 9 by 1.5 squared. So a is the square root of that. Let's hit that in on the calculator. So, square root fraction 16 times 4 minus 9 times 1.5 squared over 7. So the amplitude is 2.5 meters. So the amplitude is 2.5 meters, and the omega would be 3 over the square root of 2.5 squared minus 2 squared. So the omega would work out to be 2 radians per second. Okay, so that's part A, the amplitude. That is 2.5 meters. The periodic time, part B, well, that's easy, because periodic time is 2 pi over omega, which would be 2 pi over 2, which would be pi, which would be 3.14 seconds. The average speed is the total distance travelled, so it goes out and back. So that's 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, and 2.5. So that's 10 over 3.14 seconds. So 10 over 3.1415 seconds is 3.18 meters per second. So that's the average speed. Okay, the maximum velocity. So the maximum velocity occurs at the center. So that would be omega square root a squared minus x squared, but the x is 0. Square root a squared is a, so that's omega a. We said the omega is 2, and we said the a is 2.5, so that'd be 5 meters per second. And then E, the max, 5 meters per second, yeah. And then finally E, the maximum acceleration that occurs at the ends, which is the amplitude. So using the formula omega squared x, at the end it's omega squared a. The omega we said is 2, so that's a 4 by 2.5. 10 meters per second squared then for the last one. Okay.